it's me, and as you can see, I'm in Rosewood, and, first of all, I'm really tired. It's 11:38, p.m., and I'm tired. So, chances are, by the time this video is completed, you'll have seen me change my outfit at least once, because I'm probably not going to be able to make it through this video without going to sleep, because I'm tired, and I want to be, you know, happy and energetic and uplifting, so I'm probably going to crash, but I want to start this anyway. And I think I'm going to try to do it in sections, in this one video. Like, I'm going to go liars with their significant others, and then I'm probably going to branch out from there, because I literally have so many characters, and, I want to say between the liars and their, like, immediate families, but, like, their, like, husbands, or in Emily's case, her girlfriend, and like, their kids, and their pets, which I will include, because they're part of the family, what can I say, and then there's the parents, and then there's, like, the exes, and the, like, siblings, and the random characters who are freaky, and then I've got the, like, other characters who may or may not be related to the A team, which actually, you can actually see the A there, right? Wrong shoulder, right there. That took long enough. The A layer's right there. So, it's like literally feet behind me and above me, and yet I'm able to point right there. It's funny how that works, because I'm on the floor, and it's a good 3 or 4 feet above me. Not that way. I'm just using it for reference. Okay, I'm getting off topic, but I have so many characters, so I think I'm going to separate them in terms of, you know, what they are and who they're related to, all that. So, obviously, the place where you would obviously start is the liars themselves. And that whole, I keep wanting to say scenario, but it's probably more realistic for me to say group, has changed. The dynamic has changed. For the series, I will, change it. But, the way it is in my personal game at the moment is what I'm basing it off of now. This is not how it would be if the series, I want to bring the series back. You guys know this. When the series eventually decides to make its comeback, it's not going to be this way. Most of the kids aren't going to exist. I think only Lily's going to be the one who's going to exist. I think Ari's going to be the teen mom. And it's only going to be Lily. Twin boys are not going to be existent. They're still going to be in high school, because right now my girls are in their 20s, except for Allison. And so it's just going to, and Bethany too. So it's basically going to be, different than what this is. So this is just my personal version of it, and that's what this is. So, now, I will finally get to the main point. Without further ado, here are the liars. Alright, so, I just went around the room and I grabbed all the liars, and there is going to be one huge noticeable difference that you guys are going to recognize. And, all of my liars are in their final forms. And they're all wearing clothes tailored to their personal tastes and stuff. Besides Allison, she's kind of wearing something that's not typical of her, but I actually really like it. My friend dressed her in it, and I was, like, terrified, because Allison's mine, and, she wanted to dress, and I was like, you are not allowed to do that, and she wouldn't allow me to look. So by the time she finally handed her back to me, I was like, oh, this is pretty. I like this. And so, I've actually put it on her, like, twice since she initially did that, because I just like it that much, even though it's not Allison's, like, cup of tea. So, without further ado, this is my baby, my pride and joy, who has an amazing backstory that I still have not told you guys, and I don't know if it ever will come out, because what I never said before is actually both Allison and Bethany, who's over there, backstories are actually both very, mature, and, I don't know how much of you can handle that, so, we'll see. I might do it and just be like, mature content, you've been warned, or something like that. Like, don't watch if you're under so-and-so age, or if you can't handle violence, and, like, a pretty much adult-like drama. I've talked to a bunch of very, very mature people, who were, like, 12 on here. So I think they could handle it. And I'm pretty sure they know who I'm talking about. That I'm talking about them, because, I've said before to them that they're very mature for their age. So, if I've ever said that to you, then I'm most likely talking about you. But, point is, this is Allison. She's my pride and joy. In my personal Rosewood, that is not going to be the show. She is currently 18. She's actually going to be 19, like, any day now, because her birthday is, like, almost here. It's June, I want to say maybe, like, June 4th-ish in Rosewood right now, and her birthday is June 6th. In my fictional Rosewoods, and, on the show, and in the books. So, I've taken the liars' real birthdays, and used them. So, yeah! Allison is going to be 19 in, like, 2 days. So, she's very excited. Although, I won't tell you what she's doing right now, because I'm probably going to want to use that, and so I don't want to spoil too much. But this is Allison. This is the outfit that I was telling the story about. I think I added those sunglasses, though. So, that's Allison. Really awesome. This is typically not something she would wear, but you know, that's Allison. Next up, we have little Miss Hannah. And she looks like this. She's super cute. I put her hair in 2 braids because I thought it was cute. And she's got a cute little dress. She's got black little pointy pumps. Silver earrings. She's got a wedding ring on her finger, even though she's not married. Speaking of, going back to Allison really quickly, she has a wedding ring on her finger too, because she and Mike, who I will bring out when I introduce the significant others and their kids, they're married. So, there's that. And actually, speaking of, I have to put Aria's real ring back on. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But I think Hannah's engaged. I never really confirmed it. I just have the ring there because I think it looks cool. I think she's engaged. I think she's engaged. So that's Hannah. She's very cute. Oh, she's engaged to Caleb, and she has a baby. Allison's got a baby too. We'll get to the details about all that in a minute. But she is engaged, and she's 20. So, yeah! Next up is Miss Emily Fields. This is literally, like, I think actually Shay Mitchell actually wore something very similar to this in the show. Like, I'm not even joking. She's got her hair in the whole Ariana Grande ponytail, and I actually really love the look. Because while it also looks really innocent and sweet, it also looks really sassy and edgy, which is really awesome. She's got pink studs in her ears. And she's got this awesome polo. Totally Emily season 1. Jean vest, jean shorts, jean-ish purse. And then she's got flip-flops because she's not a heels girl. She is my sporty girl. I've never really moved Emily into that edgy area where Emily went in season 3 after Maya died. She's just basically season 1 and season 2 Emily. Sporty and colorful. Jeans. Converse. She never wears heels unless she's going somewhere super special, which is not often. And then, I'm really quickly gonna swap out Aria's ring, because I've been, meaning to do this for a while. And since we are talking about rings right now, yes, Aria is engaged. Oh, there's like hair caught in her ring. That's a problem. And I will say that this was Spencer's ring. So, we'll have to have a conversation about that very soon. You'll learn very, very soon. This is Miss Aria. This is her final form. Ironically, she's got Rapunzel length hair. It's crazy. Like, it weighs down her head. As you can see, her head kind of lolls back sometimes. Especially when her hair's like up in a ponytail. Or a high bun. Or a really intricate hairstyle that I've done. Her head just like that. Just like that. That's what I have to deal with in terms of Aria. Aria, my friend, painted her eyes. You can't even see the detail with this camera on my laptop. But my friend painted her eyes hazel to be like real Arias and Lucy Hales, and they're just absolutely beautiful. They've got speckles in them, and they're so realistic, and it's just so unbelievable. My friend did that. But Aria, you can barely see it. She's got a teeny tiny nose ring on her nose. She's got gold studs, but she also has a little silver high, ear piercing. This one does not have one. And she has tons of tattoos all over her body. So depending on what Ari's wearing, you will see tattoos. Oh, and you can barely see that too, but she's got, eyebrow rings. My friend typically plays Aria, so Aria's kind of edgy. She's got, if her hair's up, you can see that tattoo. She's got, this is her wedding ring, by the way. She's married to Jason. I can't believe it. I also can't believe it either. She's got a 10 on her wrist. The ring just fell out. She's got, I think, 3 hearts on her ankle for her brothers. She's got, I'm getting up close and personal. What the heck? Oh, that's a tag for the dress. I was really confused. She's got an arrow. I think she might have something up here, but you can't really see it because she's wearing a dress, and I'm not going to. Oh, here it is. She's got an L for her daughter, Lily, and I think she's probably got something somewhere else for her boys. I can't find it. She's got a ton of tattoos all over, as you can see. And she's wearing something totally Aria, this totally psychedelic dress. It's very Aria, and she's got these high gold heels. So Aria is edgy as ever. And she's married to Jason, Allison's brother, which is pretty crazy. So there's your wedding ring again. It's very pretty. And then this is where you guys are going to go, oh, no! But I will explain. The Last Liar. I'm queuing I'm waiting. I'm literally like hearing you guys going, no, I can't believe it. Where's Spencer? All this other stuff. I'll explain. This is Bethany Young, who in my versions of fictionality, Rosewood, and elsewhere, her shirt totally just came undone in the back, and that's really bizarre. Is Allison's triplet sister. Courtney is the one who is dead, and you will be introduced to her later. But Bethany was on the A-team, and I will probably go into detail about that later on, and probably not even in this video, because I'm gonna have to do plot elsewhere, because this is already going to be way too long. But she was on the A-team. Long story short, she got kicked off of her own team. And, she became a victim pretty much like that overnight. It was very, very quick. And, so she kind of took Spencer's place. And I'm not going to exactly talk about what happened to Spencer yet, because we'll get there. She's not dead. They think she's dead, but she's not dead. So I did not kill Spencer off. I tricked you. I tricked you. I don't want to go too far in depth, but no, she's no longer in the Liars group, because I don't want to spoil everything. So she's actually got Cece's necklace on. She and Cece are a thing. So she's got Cece's necklace on. She's got black chandelier earrings, black outfit, black bracelet, black nails, black shorts, black and silver boots. And she and Allison, come here, baby girl, are obviously completely identical. They're the same exact doll. So that's Allison's group of liars. Spencer's no longer in it, and that was actually by her choice, not Allison's. Allison didn't kick her off. Spencer kicked herself out. She's like, I'm done with this. That's not what happened. I was being sarcastic there, but she did leave. It was totally her choice and her mistake and all that lovely stuff. So I'm not gonna tell you exactly what goes down, because I don't want to spoil it, and plot's gonna be somewhere else. But that's the Liars now. The group of 5, And so now I'm going to bring in the significant others and the kids that are current as of right now in their lives. I'm not talking about final. I will have to do that in a different video again. So we'll be back. All right, we're back with the significant others and the kids. And I'm saying significant others because some liars have girlfriends rather than boyfriends or husbands. So we're jumping right into this, and I'm going in order of who I did first last time. So it's going to be Allison, Hannah, Emily, Aria, and then Bethany in terms of how I'm doing this. So, first of all, we've got Allison's Beau, who is her husband, and this is Mike, who also happens to be Aria's older brother. And I know he's the younger brother in both the books and the show, but you know what? He's older in my book, so you know what? A+ for originality. Look how good looking. Anyway. He's dressed in summer clothes. Because he is. Allison also gave him this watch. So that's why he's wearing it. There's not much to talk about with him right now, but other than letting his face explain itself. I'm leaving the light because I wanted to go, oh, like the angels are singing and the heavens are calling, like, shining the light down on it. Anyway, here's their daughter. Her name is Briella. She's 5 months old, and she's super duper cute, like a kitty. She looks just like her mommy. She's so cute. Okay, so that's their little teeny tiny family, although Allison, this is a secret. I don't think even Aid knows about this. Allison's got another baby on the way. Okay. And then, this is Allison's cat. And of course, only Allison's cat has a crown. And the cat's name is Princess, which is completely, totally perfect, in my opinion. So, she's a Persian cat, and I think she's 5. But, she is not an ordinary cat. This is from the Posh Pet sets from 2003. Give birth to the other 2 kittens! Don't do this to me! God. Okay. She's also pregnant with kittens. They are all named except for one of them. This is Aquamarine, and Allison ends up keeping her after she is born. She's all white. This is the unnamed one, ironically. Super cute. Hints of gray. Kind of tell what the father is. I actually have a cat with the father that they eventually adopt, but not here right now. Because he's a stray right now. So yeah. And then this is the other one. And it's kind of sitting like that. And it's got gray. And it's cute. And this one's name is Sassy. And I don't have a name for the other one because that's Aria's cat. And my friend plays Aria. So my friend chooses the name. So, I don't know. So they all fit inside the mommy's tummy. And actually, I don't want it that way. I want it Aquamarine in first. Because Aquamarine is the last to be born. Because that's how it is. And then this baby goes that way. And then Sassy goes in the corner. If I can ever get her in. The way she's supposed to go in. Jeez. Okay, Sassy goes in this side. We are doing it right this time. Okay, Aquamarine goes in here. Alright. Okay, she's pregnant again. Alright, we did it. Allison's family done. Alright. Except it's Caleb's. And actually, something that was missing from Hannah's outfit is her purse. Because Hannah left her purse at the park. Nice going, Hannah. But here's her purse. It's very cute. Alright. Next up, Mr. Caleb. He's so good looking. Sorry, buddy. I was trying to fix your glasses and I almost took them off. But he's got this beanie look going on, and he's got sunglasses that look huge, but I like him anyway. And his shirt says Malibu, California, 1961, excuse me. He's got a watch. I like Mike's best. That's why Mike has it. But he's got a silver watch on his right hand rather than his left hand. Mike has this on his left hand. Dark gray shorts and little sandals because it is summer. So, Caleb's doing that. And then their little baby. Noelle. She's so cute. She got a little pink rattle. She's got blonde hair and blue eyes like her mommy. She's in a little pink swaddle, and she's got a blue knit dress with a flower on it. It is very cute. And they do not have any pets. Next up is Emily's girlfriend. They're not engaged yet. This is Maya, and this is not Maya's final form. That's Mike's final form. I'm not sure if it's Caleb's final form or not. I don't know. But anyway, this is Maya. This is not her final form. And she's very pretty the way she is. She's got gold studs in her ears, which you can't see. There you go. And she got pretty top, pretty shorts, pretty shoes. So, yep. And she's got her nails painted, too. All the girls have their nails painted. So, that's Miss Maya. And then they have a little baby boy. And here he is. He's so cute. His name's Bentley. And he's got an orange little rattle and a yellow swaddle, and he's not wearing anything underneath the swaddle because he isn't. And they have no pets. Here, Hannah, here's your purse because you left it at the park. All right. Next up, this is going to be a long part. Next up is Jason, and he is very good looking. I had to say it. I had to. You guys are going to get a laugh at this. His watch is black, and it actually has a thingy on it. Time. It's apparently 12:09, which actually is very close. It's actually 12:03 in the morning. That's really funny. Just, is it AM or PM on your watch? Oh, it doesn't say. It just says 12:09. It'll soon enough be 12:09, Jason. Your watch will be right for a whole minute. So he's wearing a super jacket, and he's actually got a ton of tattoos too. So I'm not going to go in detail with all of them, but you can kind of see one poking out from underneath his shirt. That for whatever reason is not fitting him right. He's wearing army pants, and he's got combat boots on his feet. And he's very good looking. He's a Pita, Hunger Games Catching Fire, Barbie, with the suit cut off, and necklace cut off too. So, yeah. Next up is their daughter, Lily, who is 4, and she always wears these bunny slippers. They're super cute. She got a cute dress on. She got a cast on her hand because she broke her arm falling off a swing on the swing set in the park over there. And she's super cute. She looks like her daddy. And then we've got Arya's twins. The one on the left with the blonde hair and blue eyes was born first by a tiny bit, and his name's Hunter. Hunter is the one with blonde hair. And then the brunette one is named Storm, and he was born like maybe a minute or two after Hunter. And they're twin boys. And obviously, the blonde one looks like Jason, and the brunette one looks like Arya. So, that's cute. Alright. That's all their kids, but they have like literally 4 pets, and I'm not even joking. So, Rex, you just dropped your toy! How dare you? Rex is the biggest dog. They have 4 dogs. It's pretty ludicrous. And then Ari's gonna eventually get the cat. So it's gonna be crazy. So this is Rex. He is a 2006 Barbie pooper scooper taffy pet. This is a toy that came with, but he's a boy. He's definitely a boy. He's got a blue thing over top the pink, even though it doesn't really work that well. But there is a backstory behind why his collar and leash are pink. See, Jason went to wash them in the washing machine when they were white. But he mixed them in with Alice and stuff, and then they turned pink. So that's how that happened. The end. Happy ever after. Not really. But Rex is so cute. He, and he's obviously got his hole for pooping, and you can feed him. You can see the shaft in there. And I do a food over there that you can use. So sometimes he poops in Ari's room. It's funny. It's all funny. This is his favorite toy, though. The little rope toy. It's very cute. That's Rex. That's Jason's dog, by the way. He's 5. And then this is Dottie, who is one of Lily's 2 dogs. Lily's 2 dogs. She's spoiled. Oopsie. Dottie is a Dalmatian, obviously, and she's 5 months old, I believe. And then Lucy, who is a golden retriever, is also Lily's dog, and she's a puppy. And Lucy is actually named after my dad's dog, who we gave away, which I'm really sad about. Anyway, she's got a cute little bow. And Lucy is 4 months old. Very cute. And then this is Arya's doggy, who lives in this box. And I'm going to show you his box first. He has like he has cotton balls in his box to cushion his box. Because he is a teeny tiny little puppy that Arya found on the side of the road. His mother was hit by a car, and all his brother and sisters died. But this little guy prevailed, and his name is Benji. He's so cute. You see how little he is, too. It's very little. He's very cute. He's very realistic looking. I don't know what kind of dog he is, but he's so cute. So that's Benji. That's Arya's puppy. And that is their family. And then this is the super duper easy part because they don't have any kids. So this is Cece. Uh-oh. Right here. Okay, there you go. This is Cece, you guys, and she's wearing one of the Raquel Barbie night outfits because the big breasts can fit in that. And she actually has a Sleeping Beauty necklace on because I thought it looked cool. And she is on gold chandeliers, and she has her hair in a ponytail. And she's got on these boots. She's Bethany's girlfriend, and they don't have any pets, so it's just Cece and Bethany, and it's very nice. They're very happy. So, yeah, that's the significant others and family, and by family I mean kids and pets, for the liars. So, what am I gonna do now? That was the easy part. Now I have to figure out what I'm gonna do next. How would I do? I guess it's only reasonable to do the parents next. I think. Alright, we'll do the parents next. Alright, guys, so we are back with the parents, and it's great, and I'm so excited to show you guys parents. All that. Okay. So first, and first of all, we are missing 2 parents. So, oh well. Okay. First of all, we've got, and we're still going in the order of Allison, Hannah, Emily, Bethany. No, Arya and then Bethany. Okay, so yeah. Okay. This is Mr. and Mrs. De Laurentiis, the parents of Allison and Bethany and Jason and Courtney and one other person we have not yet met, and we will meet sooner or later in this video. Mr. D. No! Oh my god, that was terrible. Mr. D and Mrs. D, and they're beautiful. They make beautiful kids. Alright. Next up is Ashley Marin, Hannah's mom, and I know her hair is way too long. But this is a Barbie doll that I've had for as long as I can remember, and she is one of my favorites. And I couldn't bring myself to cut her hair, so she's staying this way. So this is Ashley Marin, and right here with her is Mr. Ted. So here's Pastor Ted in his sweater. Okay, next up is a pretty surprising character in terms of me bringing her in, but I actually realized it recently. I was looking through my bin of dolls up there that were in news, and I was like, oh my god, this doll looks just like Isabel Marin! So here she is. I do not have a Tom. He is one of the 2 parents missing, but maybe we will get him one at some point, so you never know, we might get a Tom. But here's Isabel. And I think she looks a lot like Isabel Marin, and her facial expression really reminds me of Isabel Marin, just because like she was always like so. I don't know. I don't know. Next up is Wayne Fields, and Pam Fields is unfortunately also the other missing parent, so he's all by himself, which is kind of sad. But I hope to get a Pam, because I feel like we need more police officers. We only have 2. Because Garrett's dead. So that's him, and I tried to dress him kind of like army-like. So, that's him. His eyes are brilliant blue. Green blue. Camera doesn't do him justice. Ella! Ugh, these parents love showing their parts. Like, I'm not even joking. Mr. D's pants keep falling down. Ashley was showing her boobs, and Ella's boobs were, like, completely and totally up. Open. I can't. These guys are, like, worse than their children. I can't even help it. This is Ella Montgomery, and I did her hair all pretty. So look at that for a second. That's beautiful. I admire it. I thought her boobs were showing again for a second. She's wearing a very pretty dress and very pretty wedges. And she's got a pretty headband in, too. And in her arms is her daughter that she had with Zach, who's in jail, and so he's not in this lineup, so she's by herself. She's single, so we might want to go relook the profile from season 2. Hot Mama Likes to Tango. Mwah! Wink. Alright, next up. Okay. I still have to paint Meredith's eyes, by the way, but whoa, don't fall. You got Byron Montgomery with the glasses, with the really bad taping job, and we've got Meredith with the pretty hairstyle I did. And, it's pretty much self-explanatory, because we already know what happens. Alright, now this is the interesting part. So, Aria is actually not a Montgomery. She's adopted. And, her real parents are actually Ian's parents. So, actually, Aria is biologically a Thomas. And so, in that, we have kind of made a Mr. and Mrs. Thomas. And granted, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas are older than the other Rosewood parents, except maybe Ted, because he's kind of old. Or at least old-looking with the grayish hair. But these guys are definitely old. So, introducing Mr. and Mrs. Thomas. Mrs. Thomas looks really, really cute. I love her necklace, too. It's, like, very elegant. She got this pretty patterned dress and a pretty little pastel sweater with flowers on it. And she's got little purple flats. Very cute. And he's got one of those ugly sweaters. They both have matching wedding rings, so they can't really see it. Okay, you can see his. Show your ring. You're married. There you go. There you go. You can see their rings now. He lost half his arm in the war. That's what happened. So that's where his thing went. He's wearing pants and he's wearing red bands. So that's Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, who are also Aria's biological parents. And another person's biological parents who I have not mentioned yet. So we will meet her eventually. And then, just because I'm including, just because this is the parents, I'm putting them in, even though she's not really a liar anymore. I have the Hastings parents with me now, so we've got Veronica Hastings, who actually looks kind of like Veronica Hastings, let's face it. She's wearing this, and then we got Peter Hastings, and this is one of his more laid-back, like, tennis outfits from season 1, and he's wearing that. So, those are all of our parents. And yes, we are missing Pam and Tom Marin. So, hopefully we will get them in the future. But until then, that is our collection of parents. And they're beautiful. Now I think I'm going to bring in the siblings and their possible children. Yeah, we'll bring siblings and possible children now. So, here we go. Alright, so we're back with the siblings, and, they're actually my 2 grand unveiled characters that are about to be unveiled in this lineup. One of them is second in line, so I'm super duper excited to show you guys. So let's get started. First of all, obviously, is Miss Courtney, who, is wearing Allison's disappearance outfit, and, poor girl died, which is why she has red in her hair. From the blood. And she's got a bump from where she got hit on her head. But she's still very much a part of the game from flashbacks and me just wanting to take pictures. So here she is. She's even got the pleasure of having an actual, like, really posable body. So she's very fortunate, even though she's dead. So we got Courtney DeLaurentis here. Alright, like I said, biggest character unveiling right here. Second in line. This is someone who was just basically introduced on the show. And I had to add him into the game, and actually his doll literally just came yesterday on Sunday, and it's very, very early on Monday, so I'm not even thinking that way yet. So literally I just got him. So, introducing Charles De Laurentiis. I'm literally hearing the screams of shock and oh my gods, and yeah, that's probably not happening, but I would love for it to happen because Charles is a really awesome dude, and I think his character has tons of potential. And so I did get another PETA, Hunger Games PETA, and I did cut his suit off again and his necklace. And we've got Jason here, so they are identical twins. Jason's hair is just obviously not gelled down like his brother's is right now because his brother's brand new and Jason's not. So yes, we've got triplets of girls in the Dillinger family, and now we've got twin boys. So it's just like multiples at the wazoo in that family. So it's pretty intense. Mr. Charles here has got a black shirt with a golf symbol, black pants, white lining, and then he's got these black and white Van sneakers, and they're very cool. So Mr. Charles is going to become a big part of this, and I'm very excited. So, yep. Okay, put Lily back. Next up, that's Allison and Bethany's siblings. I had to put them together. So, yep. That's what happens when you're related. I mean, I guess technically Jason's sibling too, but yeah, you get the point. You know that already. Next up is Hannah, who has stepsister Kate, and she has blonde hair and brown eyes, and I dressed her in a way I think Kate would dress. And so yeah, that's Kate, Hannah's stepsister. Emily doesn't have any siblings. She got really lucky. Now, Bethany and Allison obviously share siblings, and since Bethany's on the end, and I already did Allison and Bethany's siblings, that doesn't count, and that's the same thing with the parents, since they share parents. I did not bring in Bethany's adoptive parents, because there's a real twist on that, that I don't know if I'm bringing to this part of the game, and by this part, I mean this alternate universe of it, because I have 2 different ones. And then I'll have a third one when it comes to the actual show. That'll be a bit more minor. So, yeah. Anyway, we already know that Mike is Ari's older brother. We've already seen him. This is Ari's little brother, and this is Jagger, and I made him up. He's my own fictional character. He's so awesome. I love him. He's cool. He's got a helmet on because it's a klutz, and he probably should tighten the strap or whatever, but he doesn't because he wants to be cool. And Allison, I should have mentioned this before, but Allison is actually a year to almost 2 years younger than each of the liars. So, and obviously Bethany's the same age as Allison, so that goes for her too, but Bethany is maybe a couple minutes older than Allison in terms of birth order, because Courtney also was in between them, who was now dead. So, yeah. But Bethany and Allison are both a year to almost 2 years younger than some of the other liars. And Aria and Emily are the oldest out of all of them, and Aria being older than Emily by 3 days. So, yeah. Jagger is Allison and Bethany's age. He's a year younger than the rest of them. So, he's 18. Oh, wait, no, he's 19. He turned 19 in February because he's a couple months older than Allison is. So, that's my boy Jagger. And he is engaged to Caroline, who, first of all, I did her hair, and it's epic, so I had to show that off. And second of all, she is Cece's little sister. So Cece Drake has Caroline Drake as her little sister, and Jagger Montgomery and Caroline Drake are engaged, and that stuff. And Ari and Cece hate each other. So that's really nice that their families are now going to be connected in that aspect. And then they have a daughter, and her name is Paris. And so her dad and her both do athletic stuff together. And so she scooters and he skateboards, and they have helmets. And since they're both klutzes, Caroline told them to wear helmets all the time so they don't hurt themselves. So that's what this is. It's funny. Oh, and you can't really see. Now you can, though. Caroline having their second child. And that's that. So that is that part. Okay. Now, this is my second big reveal. And this is a character that I fully made up. Down to her name, from her identity to her backstory, all of it I made up. It's totally me. And I am very proud of this character. She's come a long way. especially in my alternate universe. I literally can't even think about that right now because it'll blow my mind too much. So, I'm now introducing her to you, and I'm very excited to introduce to you. Hold on, I have to fix her bracelet. Introduce to you, Tessa Montgomery. I'm gonna let this sink in for 2 seconds. Aria also has a twin. So now you guys are like, okay, well, you clearly are obsessed with twins. This is, like, unbelievable, because they all live in, like, a really small town, right? Correct! They do live in a very small town. Tessa was put up for adoption at a very young age, and she only recently found her way back to Rosewood. So, actually, Aria was adopted, too, now they remember, so, yeah! But Tessa knew it for her whole life, so she has a backstory that I made up. And I totally made her up, but she actually goes by Tessa Gray, which is her adopted last name. She doesn't go by Tessa Montgomery or Tessa Thomas. She goes by Tessa Gray. But there's a really interesting twist to that whole backstory. Ella and Byron, when they adopted Aria, they adopted Tessa too. But then they quickly found out that it was too much for them to handle, and so Tessa went up for adoption again when Aria and Tessa were like 1. And so then she was adopted into the Gray family. And that is where she remained until she eventually found her way back here. So I will have to go into more detail with Tessa's story when I go do backstories and plots and stuff like that in another video. But Tessa, Miss Tessa, has a little baby. She has a baby boy, and his name is Caden. And the whole drama behind Caden. Actually, she's pregnant again, now that I think about it. My friend was like, she needs to be pregnant again. I'm just like, what? She's like, yeah, because Ari and Jason just got married, and it's going to cause drama in their life. And I was like, okay, fine. I don't care. She's like, it's not going to work out. I'm like, okay. I don't even know anymore. So they have that baby, and his name is Caden, like I said. And the drama with that is Tessa and Jason dated for, I want to say, maybe a year. They were only dating for, like, maybe 2 months before Tessa fell pregnant with him. And, so then, obviously, he ended up being born. So they then ended up dating for maybe, like, 9 or 10 months or whatever while she was pregnant with him. And then, actually, not even minutes after she gave birth with him, she broke up with Jason. She's not nice. But, they ended up getting back together. He convinced her to let him stay, and then he was there for maybe not even another month. So it was pretty much a year before things ended up ultimately falling apart. But then, apparently, since she's pregnant again, apparently when Jason and Aria split after they ended up getting back together after they broke up, and by they, I mean Jason and Tessa, Aria and Jason dated, I guess, for like a month before they had a breakup again, because they have an on and off relationship. That's why I call them Arson as their couple name rather than Jaria, which is also Jake and Aria's couple name, which is really weird. Oh my god, I forgot him! Sorry, that was just really loud, but I totally just forgot somebody in my lineup, and that really makes me angry that I did that, because not only did I forget him, I can't just go up and get him because he's not dressed. Oh my god, why? He's not dressed because I stole his pants because I killed him off. Oh my god, that's not fair. Oh my god, okay, I'll have to go into detail with that another time. And by another time, I mean a few minutes from now because I'm busy. So then they had their breakup. Aria went on to date Ezra before getting engaged after 5 months. And then, I guess a month after Aria started dating Ezra, he went back and Tessa and him were kind of having a thing. And then that's when this one happened. And so then they ended up getting married on Ezra and Aria's wedding day. That's a totally different story, and I'm not going to go into it. They ended up getting married on Ezra and Aria's wedding day. By them, I mean Jason and Aria. That's Jason's head. And then, Tessa came back maybe a week later because, they pretty much just got back from their honeymoon. So, like, 4 days after the fact. And she told him she was pregnant again. So that's kind of the whole point of that whole entire drama. But yeah, that's Tessa. Who also my friend also painted her eyes, but she didn't do any speckles or anything, so they're not as realistic. But they're so pretty. So and she's got the same nose ring that Arya has, so it's kind of an Arya wannabe kind of thing, which is really, really kind of crazy. Tessa's not very stable. I love her, but she's not very stable at all. All right. Okay. And then going into the idea that Arya and now Tessa are both Thomases, biologically, we're gonna bring Ian and his family in. So we got Ian himself. So hi Ian. He's got a watch. Whoops. I'm blocking. And Debbie's wearing this. Typical. And he's single because Melissa's dead. He had a gigantic wad of hair on his back. And then he was left with their daughter, who was named Sophia, who is Lily's age. So I think she's almost 4. I think she's 4. And if she's not, she's gonna be 4 every day, any day now. I have like actual dates for their birthdays. So that's him and their little family. So that's how that happened. And then Ian has an older sister that I completely and totally made up. She's a fictional character. Her whole family is completely and totally fictional that I made up. Because I wanted to use this doll. And I thought it would be perfect. So, Ian has an older sister. And I'm going to bring her out first. And this is her. And she's actually a Jane doll from Tarzan. She's a Disney Jane doll. And I've had her for forever. And I love her. She looks kind of older than, like, Barbie or whatever. So, I kind of like it. Her name is Melanie, and she's married to, hold on, I'm bringing him over, to Alan, and I made up their last name, Bronstein. This is Alan from Happy Family, obviously, and he lost his arm, and he also lost it in the war, kind of funny. Her dad lost the same arm in the war. Anyway, so Melanie and Alan are married, obviously, and they're clearly much older than the others. Like, I think she's like 10 years older than Ian and Jason and the people in their age group, or nearly 10 years old. Ian's parents had fertility problems, and then they ended up with twins. That's what happened. But so shoot, I completely lost my train of thought. So they're married. Their last name's Bronstein, so it's Alan and Melanie Bronstein, and then they've got 3 kids. She's pregnant, but obviously I didn't change her in any way because we don't really use her character too much. Their oldest daughter, oh crud, I already forget their names. Hold on, Lydia. This is Lydia. She's 6, and yeah. This is Kylie, and this is not going to be her full, look. I just changed her in a dress because she was naked. And she's 4. And, yep, she's going to grow up bigger, and she's going to grow up bigger, ultimately, as time goes on. And this is Isla. And, actually, she should not be this small, but you know what? I just grabbed her, because I thought that's what it was. This is Isla, their youngest daughter, and then they're expecting. So, that's that. And then Mr. Jake, who is naked and in my drawer over there. I really should dress him and bring him in. See what? I'm grabbing him. I don't care that he's naked right now. You guys are going to have to deal because I forgot. I'm really sorry, Jake. He literally is butt naked. But this is Jake. He's dead, which is why he's not clothed because I just steal his pants. And so I just basically put the rest of his clothes in the drawer. I didn't think he'd need them. I was wrong. So I'm going to cover him up for decency. But this is Jake. He was also put up for adoption, but he was put up for adoption by the Montgomerys because he's Mike's twin. And actually, I'm going to bring Mike over here so you can see. Mike and Jake are twins, long-lost twins, and Jake got murdered. So that was really sad. After they just found out too about the whole brother thing. So that was really, really sad. But, the really weird thing was Allison and Jason have known Jake since they were, like, very, very little, with his adopted family. And so they thought of him as a brother. Like they thought of Cece as a sister, they thought of him as a brother. And so they grew up thinking of him as a brother when it was really Mike and Arya and Jagger's brother. It's like really bizarre. Because their families are so interlinked, it's really freaky, so that's why it's even more bizarre. So, that is all the siblings. And I told you this was going to be like the longest video in the whole wide world. But now we're actually getting somewhere because we are getting through all of the like family members and all that. So now at this point we can go and we can bring out what I'm going to call no, I'm not going to call them the other characters because I'd say the other characters are like the people who work in the hospital or the police station. And these people are kind of like acquaintances. I'm going to call them friends of the liars when they're not friends at all because they are actually more like enemies. So, and some of them are going to be dead. I'm just warning you, and I'm going to tell you who's dead and why and all that lovely stuff. But I will bring them out in a second. We'll be right back. Alright, you guys, we now have the friends of the enemies of whatever, of PLL, so here we go. It was a bit difficult to categorize them since some of them went for multiple people, but I tried my hardest. So, first things first, he's not very accurate, but, he's just him. This is Cyrus Petrillo. This is Cyrus, Allison's helper, I guess, for the moment. So that's him. He is the Ken who came with the Mini Cooper. So he's got all the Mini Cooper stuff on him. I never changed him out of his outfit or took his sunglasses off his head. So, yep. Peace out, Cyrus. I need to find a spot. Okay, here we go. Next up is Miss Shauna Fring, who is dead. So she's still wearing the outfit I put her in, which actually looks oddly like the promo pics that Ariel, whatever the actress's last name is, did for Shauna. She's doing a very similar outfit. Looks very similar. Granted, Shauna's hair is poofed up a lot since I put her in storage and she died. So, ignore that. But Shauna, she's doing good. Dead, but she's good. Alright, next up, this is not something she would wear at all. She's just wearing it and she's rocking it, so just give her a thumbs up. This is Miss Jenna Kavanaugh. Oh, actually, it's technically supposed to be Jenna Marshall, but you know what? That's just something that happens. And she's totally gone all Nicki Minaj. Fur vest. Super futuristic dress. The neon fishnets. And she's got these rockin' purple boots on the bottom. And she's just doing great. She's got a little orange watch on her wrist. And she's got a cool side pony with the side bang. And she does have a twist going into that side ponytail from the back. And she just looks epic. She is not wearing glasses, which is probably the most noticeable part. And I'm basically at the point where she was in season 3, able to see when the surgery miraculously decided to work. But then it eventually was revealed that it didn't in fact work permanently. And so she was going blind again. And so the same thing's happening here. She can still see, but she's going blind again. So, yeah. And it's just warning Shauna, who was her girlfriend. Okay. Next up, I put her here because 1, Allison's the leader, and 2, I think Allison had to have been her biggest adversary. And she's not dressed in the outfit that I wanted her to be dressed in, but that's because Bethany stole it. So, give a round of applause for Miss Spencer Hastings. Spencer has a great bun in her hair that has deteriorated in quality over time. It was like Ella's at one point. It was very great. It was perfect. But now it's kind of coming out a little bit. So, yeah, but that's okay. She's got silver earrings in, and she's got argyle top and plaid skirt, and she's just got some basic gold wedges on her feet, and she's looking great, and she's got plain brown nails. Very, very sweet. And she's supposed to be dead, but she's in fact alive, and only a very certain few people know that, and I'm not going to tell you who they are because that'll ruin everything. So that's Miss Spence. Welcome back for 2 seconds, Spence. Welcome. Welcome home. Welcome back. Welcome back to life. Uh-oh. No, you're not allowed to do that. That was an easy fix this time. I take that back. Jeez. Okay, Alright, next up is Mr. Toby Kavanaugh. And I just put him with Spencer because, you know, I didn't really know what else to put him. And Allison and Toby have had a rough past. This wig was, first of all, it's that date night Ken that had a bunch of swappable wigs. For some reason, the brown wig was misplaced. Obviously, it was much darker. So, the pink wig never got used, and we decided to paint it brown. It looks very great. It actually looks even more like Keegan Allen with a lighter brown. So, I'm very happy with it. So, here's Toby. He's wearing the dark red or maroon or whatever color shirt, some pants, and some sandals that are the same as Caleb's. Because it's summertime. And with Mr. Toby is Spencer and Toby's daughter, and her name is Juliet, like Romeo and Juliet, and she's very, very cute. So he's got Juliet, and he's also kind of doing the single dad thing, even though he's actually not even a single dad. So yeah, that's kind of interesting how that all works. Now, those were all of Allison's friends. Next up, we have a friend of Hannah's. We have Miss Mona Vanderwall, and I do want to cut her hair because her hair is very unevenly cut, and it's too long for Mona. But here is Miss Mona Vanderwall, and she's wearing a biker jacket, black skirt, and matching hot pink boots. And she's got a clip in her hair that is messy now. And she's wearing silver earrings that are identical to Bethany's, but they're just silver and not black. So there's Miss Mona Vanderwall, and it's very nice to see her again. Stay. Alright, next up is one of Emily's friends. And I say friends with a smile on my face because it's kind of funny because he's not exactly a friend. He's, I don't know how to say, an ex with benefits? I don't even know. It's Ben Coogan, you guys! And I dressed him in the shirt, the Happy Family shirt that I got in that lot because I thought it fit him. And I put on an orange sun visor because if anyone's going to wear a visor, it's going to be Ben. And he's wearing cargo pants because, you know, it's Ben. And he's wearing orange flip-flops to go with his hat. And he looks very great. And he is dad now, even though he's not really paying attention to his child. So, good job, Ben. Nice parenting skills. Also, someone... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. That's going last. Okay, here we go. Also someone that we know and hasn't been seen for a long time. Or not a long time. Just a long time for me because I haven't seen him in ages. But he looks nothing like his character. That needs to be worked on. But it is very nice to see him again because he's been hiding in the closet of Rosewood High for forever. So this is now going on to Aria's friends. And obviously this is also going to go for Allison. Say hello to Mr. Noel Kahn, everybody. He's the same size as Jagger. And this is what he's wearing. He's not wearing any shoes. He's just wearing top, shorts, nothing else. He's just Noel. So that's Noel Kahn. Next up is someone who I'm also placing with Aria because this specific person is Aria's sister-in-law. Say hello to Melissa Hastings. Her hair has been cut, and it is not exactly done yet, but I think it's actually turned out really well, so I don't know if I'm going to touch it up at all. And, she is dead. But she was pregnant when she died. Dun dun dun. Who killed her, and how it happened, is for now going to remain a mystery. But she's wearing these shoes, these peach little heels. And she's wearing this little dress, and she has a bump. So, rest in peace, Melissa. Your husband misses you terribly. Alright. This is also an Arya friend. And by friend, I completely told douchebag who left her at the altar. Say hello to Mr. Ezra Fitz, everybody. And actually, what's really ironic is this guy looks just like Ezra did in the pilot with his long curly hair. The young Ezra Fitz with the curly, longer hair. It's really weird. So, I've never had a Ken with real curly hair, and here he is. So, pretty crazy. He's wearing a green shirt, blue shorts, and white sneakers. Mr. Ezra Fitz. It's not very nice. Alright. Now we're moving on to Bethany's friends. You will get some of this. First friend. This is Lena. Lena is wearing this awesome outfit. She has long red hair. There's in a clip and kind of twirled in halo. And she's got red boots to match the red in her dress. Next friend. Name is Krissa. And she's got long blonde hair in a ponytail with bangs. She's got green eyes. Obviously, Ben's hat just fell off, which is a problem. Come on. There we go. She's wearing this dress, and she's wearing gold boots. And last friend is Maria. She has her hair in a ponytail. A bun. What am I saying? She's got her hair in a bun. She's got this beautiful screen mold. She's got this cool shirt that's supposed to be really boxy. Shorts that go down the knees, and flip-flops. Now, I would like to present... Oh, wait, I have to find her. Here we go. I would like to also do this, and then maybe, just maybe, you'll get the idea. And if you don't get the idea, then I'll add the other part to the idea, and then you'll get it. These guys are a package, let's just say. They're a package. I love how Tessa's looking off to the side like, I'm kind of guilty. But I don't know if you can tell by their outfits. Or the fact that I'm holding them up as a group. And I said they're a package. But if that didn't make it clear for you, hang on, I have to add one more person. And I'm moving them around so that you don't see. Okay, you ready? If you didn't get it then, you'll get it now. Bethany is also part of the package, or at least she was at one point. Does it make sense now? Arya, Hannah, Allison, Spencer, and Emily. They're parallel to the Liars. Bethany had her own Pretty Little Liars group. They ditched her, though. And then Tessa ditched her friends. When she kind of went off the rails, for real. So, this is a parallel. Hold on. I need my liars. My original liars. So that is a parallel to this. And Spencer is also in this group. She's next to Hannah. Hi, Hannah! Ah, get away from me! So, the fact that my liars, the original liars who are all laying against this leg, and these liars against this leg are Bethany's liars, exist. You can see my shorts. It's pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy idea. Scooch over, Hannah. We're trying to fit everyone in the shot. Okay, there we go. We've done it. Although Krista's kind of buried. So, they're not in proper order. Arya and Tessa are clearly meant to be that way. Tessa is Aria's parallel in Bethany's group. Lena is Hannah's parallel. You can kind of see now with the outfit what I was getting at. Do I need to explain this? Because if I do, then we have some serious issues we need to figure out. Spencer and Carissa. And then Emily and Maria. Both wearing flip-flops. So, Bethany had her own little group at one point. How it disbanded is a different story. And clearly, it is one that is eventually going to be told. So, I need to refix my piles now. Because I kind of tore them apart. So, yes. Okay. These three go here. Tessa goes in this pile. And Bethany goes over here with lights. Okay, we figured that out. Alright. Now, the last group of people. Oh, wait! I'm not done yet. This should have been in Ian's family. But I also think it's a good thing that this is here, too. It's because just as important as a present and a future is, you also have to remember the past. Introducing this dog. This is a dog. It is clearly a German Shepherd and also clearly a girl by the eyelashes. Her name is Bridget. Why am I showing you Bridget, you ask? I'm showing you Bridget because, one, she's Ian and Sophia's dog and I completely forgot that she existed. And two, because before she was Ian and Sophia's dog, she was the A-Team's dog. Now you get what I mean by why the present and the future are important. But the past is also important too. She was the A-Team's dog. She is no longer the A-Team's dog because during the period when Bethany was kicked out of the A-Team and the new A was taking over, poor Bridget was left up there in the A layer over there without any food or water. And she was alone. She was abandoned. And pretty much she was going to die. So Allison had broken in there. And she found poor Bridget there. And she took Bridget in. And Ian from there went and took her and adopted her. And so now she lives with Ian and his daughter Sophia. So that's her permanent home. She lives with them. So that's why I wanted to bring her in, because she was the A-Team's dog, which is kind of interesting, the fact that they have a dog, that they had a dog in the first place. But doesn't it look like it would be the A-Team's dog? It's kind of like sleek looking, kind of sly, like a fox. It's really awesome. So, this is now Ian and Sophia's dog. But it was once the A-Team's dog. And for that, it is an important dog. Alright. Now, we are moving on to... Oh, wait a minute. We're forgetting somebody. Somebody up above. And by up above, I mean up in Radley. Gasp. Alright. This character is a friend of Courtney's. And for that same reason, a friend of Allison's. Because Allison volunteered in Radley when Courtney was still there. Introducing Iris from the books. Iris actually even has the same description. Brown eyes and platinum blonde hair. She is in there for sorter, obviously. And she's bare feet. And she's wearing a little romper. And she's very, very tiny. And very, very skinny. So, yeah. That's Iris. That's another friend. So, yeah. Now, we are moving on to the final group of, basically just, you know, pedestrian workers, like people who work in the hospital and the police station. So, when we come back, we will go over this final group of characters. Alright, so this is the final group of characters, and I don't know how long this has been because literally I have done it in sections, and I have a ton of people surrounding me in piles of what I've done, so I'm guessing it's really long. So I apologize for that, and it's probably really late, but you know what? That's okay. So, without further ado, we're going to start the pedestrian helpers, I'm going to call them. So first we're going to do the police force, then we're going to do the hospital staff, and then we're going to call it a day. So, the first police force guy that we actually know of, we know him, and he probably could have been in the friends category over there, the friends of the friends of the friends or whatever. But, since he works in the police station pretty much full time, I decided to put him here. Introducing Detective Wilden, who was not dead in my game. So, Mr. Wilden is wearing this. And no, he's not wearing a shirt because he's a sleazy cop. Just wearing the open shirt. So that's Wilden, and actually kind of looks like him. It's kind of freaky. That's Wilden. We're going to put him here. Okay. This guy does not yet have a name, and I need to make one up. I think he's a detective. That's all I know. I don't have a name. But here he is. He is the rare happy family neighbor dad. And I have a story about how I came across that, but I'm not going to say it because it's already like extremely long in this video. You guys know this. So, yeah. But he's got a silver wedding ring like Alan and Midge. And he's got his original clothes on and never changed him. This is what he came in, what he was marketed in, and he did not come in shoes. One more person who will also be a part of the whole police force is someone who I do not have yet, so I'm just mentioning her. Miss Pam Fields will also be on the police force when she comes. So that is why I want to get Pam Fields, because we only have 2 police officers, and I think we need more. Police officers did not make a good system. Even though the system's already corrupt, but that's not the point. Alright. So now moving on to the hospital staff. Okay. First things first, we're gonna go to the hero of the hospital. You're gonna laugh. I know you will. Her name is exactly what her coat says. She is Dr. Barbie. And, here's where it's the giggles and the laughs. But yes, she's Dr. Barbie. She's got her hair in a half pony. And she's wearing what I hope to be a reasonable hospital uniform. And she's got scrubby leg shoes. And she's pretty much an all-around doctor. She's a surgeon. She does, ultrasound appointments for pregnant women. She does births. She does surgeries. She does pediatric stuff, but not really. I'm going to get to that in a second. She does everything. She's like an all-around doctor, and she's great, and I love her. So, Dr. Barbie, you're great. You're amazing. You've done so much for everybody in Rosewood. So, thank you. Okay, next up is this beautiful girl. My friend actually gave her to me. She has her hair in pigtails, and she's in a nurse's uniform. She's wearing these little sneaky, scrubby, crocky sneakers. And her name is Trish. And she is a pediatric nurse. And so, but the funny part is she kind of sits around in the pediatric little exam room. And she sleeps the entire time. So when somebody actually needs her, they're like, Trish! She's like, what? What? It's funny. And then she always grumps about doing what people ask her to do. So she's kind of like that grumpy nurse. So it's kind of fun. But she always manages to get the job done. She just complains. Alright. And then this doctor is mainly in the NICU. Although she does do some pediatric and other stuff on the side. Very rarely if she's needed. This is Dr. Chloe. And she is wearing a yellow doctor's jacket with a pediatric kind of dress inside, and the jacket I have tied together with a hairband, but it's obviously a belt. And she's wearing these scrubby sneaker-like shoes. I've tried to make it very, hospital-like in terms of uniforms and stuff. And I also didn't want them to be the same. I wanted them all to be different, so I tried. And her hair's in a side pony. She's got a little side bang on the top here. She's really pretty, and she's very sweet. So that's Dr. Chloe. She mainly works up in the baby nursery. This, I forget her name. I don't know her name. This is Chloe's assistant, and she's a midget. And she has rescue on the back. And she can sit, and her arms can move, and her head can turn from side to side. So she's a great little assistant to kind of help her with the babies, because when nobody has, like, actual infants, yeah, we have, like, 20 babies up there. So they need, as many hands as they can get. Little assistant is very helpful. All right. A hospital is never run without a secretary. So this is the very sweet secretary that works at the front desk on the bottom floor, named Susanna. And she's very sweet. She's a Dr. Barbie from the Happy Family. And she has a hole for all of the instruments that came with her that I have a bunch of. And she's very sweet. She still even has her headband in from when we got her. She has little baby pink studs. And her bangs are tied back underneath her head. And her hair's in very good condition. I think my friend gave her to me too. She barely used her Barbies ever. And this is also an original Dr. Barbie shirt from the actual Dr. Barbie Happy Family doll. And then I put on a little skirt because I thought it was cute. And then she's also wearing these white business-like heels. They have little points on the front. And I think they're very sweet. And I think they're very Susanna. And she's very sweet. Susanna's very, very sweet, and everyone loves her. Just like Dr. Barbie. And then, going up to the Radley staff that I think I need a couple more people for. But so far, they have 2 people on the Radley team in the hospital. And Dr. Barbie and Dr. Chloe, I think, help some with that, too. Mainly Dr. Barbie, if they need any extra outside assistance. But they typically don't. So, the secretary for Radley, her name is Matilda. And I wanted to dress, she always loses her shoes. Dr. Barbie loses her shoes a lot too. I wanted to dress her as blandly as possible because, like, compared to her twin sister, I wanted Matilda to look pretty miserable being the Radley secretary rather than Miss Susanna here, who is the hospital secretary. And she's all bright and cheerful and stuff, and then I want her to be all bland and boring and just miserable for Radley. So I think I achieved that. I have a broken bobby pin in her hair that is in a bun, and this is a Dr. Barbie doll too that I got at a yard sale. So her hair is cut here in a side bang, but it's not badly done. So it just kind of lays there, and she does still have her earrings in. And she's wearing a white shirt that somehow got paint on it. But you know what? I really don't care. She's got just a plain skirt. And she's got these orange clog scrub-like shoes. Again, going with the whole hospital theme. And I wanted the bobby pin to be like chopsticks in her hair. And it's broken. Because this part has like that thing in it that protects your head. And then this part doesn't. So I just put it in her hair. And it was permanently stretched out like that. I didn't do that. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to bend that back. So I made her have chopsticks. And then I also forget this chick's name. But she is like the Radley doctor / psychiatrist or whatever. And so she's kind of like the psych doctor. And she also goes and, like, helps people downstairs if they've been in, like, a really traumatic accident. She'll talk to them and see if they need, like, more specific treatment or whatever. And I forget her name. She had a really, like, complex, really elegant name. I can't remember for the life of me. Here she is. I love her curls. I did not do them. Her hair came like this. It's wild and curly and like totally full of volume. And it's not naughty in the slightest. It's just naturally like baboon like that. And she's wearing a very doctor-like jacket that she came in. But the doll, I'm going to take off her shoe to show you, has these candy cane pink legs that I hate. And you obviously can't change them. So I put on these leggings underneath. along with these really high boots to cover that up because I really, really hate it. And her nails are painted too. My friend painted literally all the nails. All the female nails she could get her hands on, although a couple of dolls, I specifically told her, I was like, you can't paint those. They're too special to me for you to paint. And every time she'd be like, and so she'd get a little frustrated, but then she'd get over it because she found the other doll to paint. So I forget her name, and I couldn't tell you, but she also kind of is, I want to say she's slightly evil. She just has like that kind of like kind of cynical side to her. So she is kind of iffy in terms of the genuine doctor scale. So I don't know if you would like to go over to her because she's kind of not helpful. Well, she's helpful, but I don't know. She sometimes gives help when it's not needed, if you catch my drift. So I don't remember her name, and she actually came with the doctor set that's in the pediatrics that I got off eBay. It's 2011 I Can Be Barbie Pediatric Doctor. And this is the set that it came with, for those of you who that may jog your memory. It also came with the Chelsea doll, who I'm not bringing out at the moment, because that's not part of this video. So here she is, and she's the last doctor on the hospital staff, making that the end of all of my characters this far. So I'm going to probably have to add on to this or redo it at some point. Depending on any add-ons or new characters being brought in, or characters like having their looks change. Like, for instance, I have a doll that I really want to get for Caleb with like the longer, shaggier hair. It's like the basics one with the longer brown hair, but he's really expensive on eBay. And then I wanted to switch his doll out for Noel, because he looks just like Brant Doherty and Noel. And then I'm actually working on getting a doll for Ren, who I'm going to bring in on the Radley staff. Radley/hospital staff. Oh, speaking of, and Jason's actually also a doctor at the hospital. So he's like the only male doctor at the hospital until Ryan comes along. Then Ryan can help out a bit. But Jason is also on the hospital staff. And I think he's a neurosurgeon. I can't remember. I think he's either a neurosurgeon or a cardiosurgeon. I can't remember. So he's a pretty high up there doctor. And then Aria, come here. Aria is actually a resident, and Jason is her, I want to say boss, because I don't know the actual term for it, but he's like her tutor, I'm going to call him. So he's kind of helping guide her through the whole learning to be a doctor process. She doesn't know what she wants to do. She said she wants to do something about regarding pediatrics, but she wasn't sure because she didn't think she could handle it, like surgery with kids and all that. So then she said maybe, and then she also said that she might want to be an OB and deal with like the prenatal stuff and then like births and stuff. But then she wasn't sure she wanted to do that either. So she said she might want to be an all-around doctor because they're always short-staffed. And Jason and Dr. Barbie thought that was a brilliant idea. So that's probably what's going to end up happening. She's just going to be an all-around doctor like Dr. Barbie, and that's going to help out a lot. Jason's pretty much an all-around doctor, too. He does quite a bit. But, you know, he's just, yeah. So it's pretty crazy at the hospital. They've got a lot of crazy stuff that always happens, and people are always rushed there. So they're always short-staffed. And there's always, like, invisible people that are there. So, that is all my characters for now of my Barbie Pretty Little Liars, my version of it. This isn't going to even go for the show because I'm going to change all of that. Like, they're not going to all be married at all. If anything, they're just going to be dating someone. Ari's going to be the only one with a kid, and it's only going to be Lily. It's not going to be the twins. And I don't know so much of what I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to change anything regarding her background or anything. Allison's looking really gorgeous over there, and I keep fighting the urge to bring her over to show you. And like, you know, I just, and like, you know, I want them to be back in high school. So I have a couple set things that I want to do regarding that before we were to start possibly filming something. And I really want to finish my surprise because that's really what I've been waiting for in terms of bringing the show back, because I didn't want to start it back up without doing it. And I still don't want to tell you guys what it is because that'll ruin the surprise. And I've kept the surprise for secret for 2 years. And you really only got your first real look in that one Instagram picture that I posted a couple weeks ago. So, I think I can manage to keep the secret a little while longer until I manage to finish it. I have to redress all the liars back and do their hair, and, well, Emily's is fine, and Ari's is fine too, and so is Allison's, and Spencer's, but, I need to redo Hannah's, because her hair's supposed to be down. And she's actually first up in terms of filming, so I have to go back and do that. But since this is probably 2 hours long, I should shut up in terms of what I'm going to do with the show. But it is not going to be exactly like this in terms of everything. And for storyline purposes, I would just say that, Emily's mom and dad are both back in Texas. That's pretty much what I've been saying this whole time, since I don't have a Pam. And if Wayne's here, then why wouldn't Pam be here? So they're in Texas. Bon voyage, you got lucky. The rest of them are all here. And Isabel and Tom they don't live in here. They live in Maryland or somewhere away from here. But Kate does live in Rosewood herself, which is interesting. They don't know she lives there, but she does live there, which is really interesting in terms of how that works. And I'm not going to reveal anything about who's on the A-team. There is an A-team, though. And, some of the things that A has planned for the liars, actually I was looking at it right now. Some of the things that A has planned for the liars, it's really intense. And, yes, it is kind of based off of some things that have happened in the show as of late, so that might be a little bit of a hint for you. And some of the other things are things that, I just make up along the way, and it's fun. It's great. It's fun. All of these guys are really great, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of them as characters. So, when my friend finally goes off to college, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god. So I'm gonna have to let them go. At least in this particular aspect, unless I write on my own, which I don't think I might do. Who knows? But, this empire, I don't know how long this empire is going to last, because eventually we're going to move, and I'm not going to be able to bring all this with me, so a lot of it's probably going to have to go. Some of it is definitely going to be kept. I'm not going to get rid of all of it, but, when that time comes, it's going to be really difficult. And I'm going to probably keep a lot of the AG stuff, but furniture-wise, again, I'm not so sure how much of it's going to be able to come. So, I'm not getting rid of any AG dolls or any AG clothes or accessories or anything like that. I might be getting rid of some of the furniture, in bigger pieces. Because I can't bring it all with me. Unfortunately, it's not something I can do. So, because we're going to be moving into a smaller house, so. Yeah, but while this empire lasts, I will definitely make use of it and enjoy it. And so with that being said, I made 2 really big videos tonight, with the kid update and now the main in terms of characters and what's going on right now with characters update with what I have right now. I want to get a Pam, I want to get a Ren, I got Charles, which was probably the highest on my list, so that's checked off. I want to get my Maya redone. Toby, I can check off the list because I wanted to see if I can maybe get something that looks more like him. He's perfect now, so check that off. I want to redo Caleb if I can. So, I don't know. I have a couple tweaks I might want to make in terms of characters. I would like to get a Tom Marin at some point. Pam is on my list. So I've got a couple characters that will tie loose ends up, and eventually, hopefully, maybe I will have the entire Pretty Little Liars family here, and it'll be really great. And so right now we're really close. But until then, we are going to enjoy what we've got, and I'm very excited about what path this show is going to take. And like I said, it's going to be different from this. They're going to be younger, a little bit younger, maybe a year or two, at least 2 years, 2 or 3 years in age. Allison is still going to be here. Bethany's not going to arrive right away. Spencer's still going to be in the group. So it's all going to be really great. In terms of that, and I'm really excited to bring it back, and I have a couple ideas in terms of some things that I might want to do. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think of more ideas. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really great. And another quick thing is I do not have houses for Emily, Hannah, or Spencer. That's why I kind of need to also do this tour. So I can show you guys what I'm working with at this point, because I did demolish Hannah, Spencer, and Emily's houses. So they do not have separate houses. And Ari and Allison do room together in the same house. So, it's definitely something that is going to need to be thought out a bit. I mean, I guess all their meetings could be at Allison's house, or Allison and Ari's house, rather than in Spencer's house, like in the show, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see. So, that being said, I have some stuff to work out, but you now know all the characters of the show, and I now have a ton of stuff I have to put away. So, it is 1:39 in the morning, and it is at least 2 hours long, I'm going to bet. If not, it's going to be pretty dang close, so I'm going to go. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for being such great supporters and friends to me. It really means the world. And I'm very happy that some of you have requested, Pretty Little Liars to be brought back over the time that it's been gone. And I mean, I know series is something that is definitely something that I haven't really done on my series ever. And if I did start something, then it never ended up getting finished. And I want to say that that's a lot because of my illness. I can't ever predict when I'm going to feel good and when I'm going to feel bad. But lately, I've been feeling a lot better, which again is why I need to make another health update video. So I'll probably from here go and make an Ashley Talks on that super quick. So yeah, I can never predict anything, and that's why I don't want to ever promise you anything, because I'm not sure if I'm going to have to break that promise. And it's not because I want to, it's because I don't have a choice. So, we're just going to see how this goes. I would love to bring it back this summer, but I'm not sure that it's going to be ready in time in terms of this, and in terms of this about what I'm doing the second time. I'm showing all the characters. And I also have to think of a general plot line that I'm going to have to follow for at least the first season. So, I don't know. And I have stuff I need to build. So, I don't know if I'm going to be ready in 2 months. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. I can't tell you. But, I love you guys. Thank you so, so much for watching and being so awesome. And if you've gotten this far and you've watched the entire thing, you are all unbelievable. Because I tend to make very, 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 very long videos, if you haven't noticed. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.